The Speed Force remembers every runner who ever touched its infinite current. Every stride, every sacrifice, every moment Barry Allen chose hope over despair. But when the dimensional barriers shattered during the latest crisis, the Speed Force screamed. Its greatest champion had vanished into the temporal storm, and reality itself demanded equilibrium. Across infinite worlds, it searched for a replacement, not for speed, for heart. In the Hidden Leaf Village, Naruto Uzumaki was eating ramen when golden lightning consumed him whole. He woke on polished marble floors beneath shattered glass, alarms blaring. His body ached like he'd fought all 5 Kages simultaneously. Orange and black gave way to red and gold as his vision cleared. A massive costume display case lay destroyed around him, and he was wearing someone else's clothes. His skin-tight red suit with yellow lightning bolt across the chest. Yellow boots. Cowl pushed back, revealing his blonde hair. What the hell? Naruto scrambled upright, Kurama's chakra flaring defensively inside him. Kit, we're not in the elemental nations anymore, the Nine Tails rumbled in his mind. This place reeks of something. Older than chakra, faster. The room was a museum. Pedestals displayed silver helmets, cosmic treadmills, photographs of a brown-haired man in the same red suit Naruto now wore. Plaques read, "The Flash Fastest Man Alive," and "Barry Allen Memorial Hall." On the walls, timeline charts showed something called the Speed Force, connecting dozens of costumed runners across centuries. Naruto's hand touched the lightning bolt on his chest. The suit hummed, responding to his chakra like it recognized him. Our yellow electricity crackled across the fabric, not Speed Force lightning, but something the suit interpreted from his energy signature. "Attention, Flash Museum," a computerized voice announced. "Biometric scan complete. Welcome back, Flash. Central City has missed you." Outside the shattered display, crowds gathered, phones raised, cheering. Through floor-to-ceiling windows, Naruto saw a gleaming city of red brick and chrome spires. People pressed against the museum entrance, crying, celebrating. "He's back! The Flash is back!" "Barry, we knew you'd return." Naruto's stomach dropped. They thought he was someone else, someone dead, someone who ran so fast he could travel through time. "Kurama, I can't run that fast. I'm not—" "No, but you're wearing his symbol, Kit. And symbols have power in this world. I can feel it." The museum doors burst open. Not civilians. Heroes. A woman in golden armor with a lasso of pure sunlight at her hip. A man in a red cape and blue suit with an S-shield, floating 3 inches off the ground. A dark figure in gray and black with pointed ears, utility belt bristling with weapons. Superman. Wonder Woman. Batman. Naruto recognized them instantly from the dimensional bleed-through during his arrival. The Speed Force had burned images into his mind as it dragged him across realities. Earth's mightiest heroes. The Trinity. Gods among men. Batman's white lenses narrowed. "You're not Barry Allen." Superman's expression shifted from joy to confusion. "Your molecular structure. You're not vibrating at super-speed frequencies. You're not connected to the Speed Force at all." Wonder Woman's hand moved to her lasso, all warrior instincts engaged. "Who are you, and why do you wear the Flash's colors?" Naruto held up both hands, golden chakra flickering around his fingers, defensive, non-threatening. "My name is Naruto Uzumaki. I don't know how I got here. One second I was in my village, next second I'm wearing this suit and your city thinks I'm their hero." "Dimensional displacement," Batman stated, already analyzing. The crisis destabilized the barriers. When Barry was pulled into the Speed Force, the universe compensated by drawing a replacement from another reality. "I'm not a replacement," Naruto said firmly. "I'm a shinobi from the Hidden Leaf Village. I don't even know what this Speed Force thing is." Superman's eyes, capable of seeing through walls, across spectrums Naruto couldn't imagine, scanned him thoroughly. He's telling the truth. His energy signature is completely foreign, chakra-based, not Speed Force. But the suit responded to him like it recognized. The building shook, not earthquake, explosion. 2 blocks away, a pillar of fire erupted into the sky, and Naruto's combat instincts screamed danger before the Trinity even moved. "Rogues!" Batman growled, tapping his cowl. Captain Cold, Weather Wizard, Mirror Master. They're hitting Central City Bank during the celebration. They think Flash is back. They're about to learn otherwise, Wonder Woman said, golden lasso unfurling. Naruto formed the hand seal without thinking. Shadow Clone Jutsu. 20 perfect copies exploded into existence around him, each wearing the Flash suit, each crackling with golden chakra that the costume translated into yellow lightning effects. The Trinity froze. Superman's eyes widened. While Wonder Woman's warrior assessment recalculated, Batman's hand moved toward his belt. What did you just... Superman started. I'll explain later. Original Naruto sprinted toward the exit, clones following in perfect formation. If there's a fight, I'm in. That's the ninja way. He burst through the museum doors into Central City sunlight, and the crowd erupted. Cameras flashed, news helicopters circled, and 3 blocks north, supervillains were freezing civilians solid while laughing at the chaos. Naruto channeled Kurama's chakra, felt the Nine Tails' power flood his system, and leaped. Not super speed, but shinobi velocity augmented by the most powerful tailed beast in existence. He cleared 2 buildings in a single bound, shadow clones spreading across rooftops like an army. Behind him, Superman took flight. Wonder Woman's lasso glowed. Batman grappled between buildings, already calculating this new variable's threat level. Central City had wanted their flashback. Instead, they got a ninja who'd never learned to quit, wearing the symbol of a man who'd sacrificed everything for hope. The rogues were about to discover that speed wasn't the only way to be a hero. If you want to see more characters enter different universes, hit that subscribe button and drop the name of a character, and the universe you'd want to see them in down in the comments below. Hope shines brightest in the darkest night. Captain Cold stood in the center of Central City Bank's marble lobby, cold gun, freezing the vault door solid, while Weather Wizard generated lightning strikes to keep CCPD at bay. Mirror Master emerged from reflective surfaces, each grabbing cash with mechanical precision. The rogues had their system perfected over years of fighting the fastest man alive. Smooth operation, boys, Cold said, his breath misting. Flash is back, but he's probably still disoriented from wherever he vanished to. We hit hard. We hit fast. The skylight exploded inward as 20 identical figures in red suits crashed through, each one screaming, Rasengan, while holding spheres of spiraling golden energy. Cold barely raised his gun before the first Naruto drove a Rasengan into his ice shield. The swirling chakra shattered the frozen barrier like glass, sent Cold sliding across the marble floor into a support pillar. Weather Wizard's lightning struck 3 clones. They exploded into smoke. 7 more Narutos closed the gap before he could process that impossibility. What the? Flash doesn't have clones! Weather Wizard created a tornado. 5 Narutos dispersed into chakra vapor, but 10 more were already above him, descending with Rasengans glowing like miniature suns. Mirror Master dove into a reflective surface, emerged behind what he thought was the real Flash, grabbed empty air as the clone dispersed, reformed as 4 more Narutos erupted from the marble floor itself using substitution technique. This isn't Flash, Cold snarled into his comm, dodging another Rasengan that cratered the floor. This is someone else wearing his suit. Superman crashed through the main entrance, cape billowing. Wonder Woman descended through the skylight, lasso ready. Batman materialized from shadows near the vault, analyzing every move the blonde stranger made. One Naruto clone grabbed Weather Wizard in a headlock while another disarmed him. The original, Batman identified him by minimal tells in stance and chakra concentration, faced Captain Cold with that spiraling energy ball still rotating in his palm. You can freeze things? Naruto grinned, and Cold saw something in that expression that reminded him of Flash's optimism. That's actually pretty cool, no pun intended. But why use that power to hurt people? Philosophy from a fake Flash? Cold fired his cold gun. Naruto's Rasengan met the freeze beam. The swirling chakra dispersed the ice particles, created steam clouds. You're not even fast. Don't need to be fast, Naruto said, and 5 more clones appeared from the steam, surrounding Cold completely. Oh, I just need to be everywhere. Stand down. Wonder Woman's voice carried warrior authority. The rogues froze. They'd fought Flash, but Wonder Woman was an Amazon who'd killed when necessary. All of you, now. Weather Wizard and Mirror Master dropped weapons. Captain Cold held his gun steady, weighing odds. Leonard, Superman said quietly, floating closer. We can do this the easy way. Cold looked at Naruto, at the clones maintaining perfect guard positions, at the genuine confusion on the kid's face about why anyone would rob a bank. Not Flash, but wearing his symbol. All right, Cold lowered his gun. But someone better explain what the hell is going on. Where's Barry? Naruto's clones dispersed, leaving only the original. Barry Allen, the real Flash. I don't know, I'm sorry. I woke up in his museum wearing his costume. I'm not trying to replace anyone, I'm just trying to help. The honesty hit Cold harder than any Rasengan. This kid believed it. Batman approached, Cowl's white lenses fixed on Naruto. The Justice League needs to debrief you, immediately. Yeah, I figured, Naruto said, rubbing the back of his head, a nervous habit that somehow felt familiar despite being completely wrong for Flash's body language. But first, is anyone hurt? The civilians? CCPD reports no casualties, Batman stated. You contained the threat before significant damage occurred. Good. Naruto's smile was pure relief. That's what matters. Weather Wizard stared at him. You're serious? You actually care if we get hurt too? Why wouldn't I? Naruto looked genuinely confused. Yeah, you were doing something wrong, but that doesn't mean I want you dead. Where I come from, we believe in giving people second chances, third chances, however many it takes. Captain Cold laughed, sharp, bitter. Kid, you're in the wrong universe for that philosophy. Superman's expression softened. Batman's jaw tightened. Wonder Woman assessed this stranger with new eyes, seeing something beyond the stolen costume. Take the rogues to Iron Heights, Batman instructed CCPD as they secured the perimeter. Flash imposter, Naruto, he corrected, comes with us to the Watchtower. The what now? Superman smiled, and Naruto saw the same hope he'd carried through every impossible battle against Pain, Madara, Kaguya. Our space station. We have a lot to discuss. Welcome to Earth, Naruto Uzumaki. Welcome to the Justice League's world. As Superman lifted off, offering to fly Naruto to their orbital base, our Wonder Woman leaned close to Batman. He fights like a warrior, thinks like a diplomat, and has Barry's heart, she whispered. The Speed Force chose strangely. The Speed Force chose desperately, Batman corrected, and we need to determine if this replacement is an asset or a threat before Central City gets too attached to their new Flash. Above the city, golden chakra mixed with yellow lightning as Naruto took to the sky in Superman's arms, leaving Central City's citizens pointing, photographing, debating whether their Flash had changed, or if change was exactly what their city needed. The Watchtower hung in geosynchronous orbit above Earth, a crystalline fortress catching sunlight across its angular architecture. Naruto pressed against the observation window, forehead against reinforced glass, staring at the planet below. The blue oceans. Green continents. Exactly like his world, but fundamentally different. First time in space? Superman asked, floating nearby without need for ground. First time seeing my world wasn't the only one, Naruto admitted. Kurama stirred inside him, equally awed. Even I never imagined this, Kit. The conference room doors hissed open. Batman entered first, already compiling data on a holographic screen. Wonder Woman followed, her armor catching the starlight. Then came the others. Cyborg, half human and half machine, eyes glowing with technological assessment. Aquaman, trident in hand, looking distinctly uncomfortable this far from any ocean. Green Lantern, Hal Jordan, his ring crackling with emerald willpower construct energy. And in the corner, arms crossed, watching with barely contained hostility, a speedster in yellow and red, with lightning crackling around his body. That's Wally West, Superman explained quietly. Barry's protege, former Kid Flash. He took over the mantle before Barry returned last year. Your arrival. It's complicated for him. Wally's voice was tight. You're wearing Barry's suit, Barry's colors. Central City thinks you're him. I know, Naruto said. I'm sorry. I didn't ask for this. Then take it off. The room tensed. Batman's hand moved fractionally toward his belt. Wonder Woman shifted her weight, ready to intervene. Naruto looked down at the red suit, at the lightning bolt symbol that had responded to his chakra like it recognized something fundamental. I tried. It won't come off. The suit, it's bonded to my energy somehow, like it's waiting for me to prove something. Prove what? Wally stepped forward, Speed Force lightning intensifying. That you can be Flash without being fast? That you can protect Central City with parlor tricks and shadow puppets? They're not puppets, Naruto's voice hardened. Shadow Clone Jutsu is a Jonin-level technique that splits my chakra evenly across every copy. Each one is real, can fight independently, and transfers all experience back to me when dispelled. It's how I trained for years and days, how I fought a literal goddess and won. Cyborg's technological eye flickered. Scanning? That's impossible. You can't create matter from energy without catastrophic thermodynamic. He stopped, recalculating. Except you just did it again. 3 clones just appeared behind you. The clones waved cheerfully before dispersing. Batman activated the central hologram, aid displaying Naruto's combat data from the Rogues fight. 17 observable abilities demonstrated in 4 minutes. Shadow duplication, energy projection in spheres labeled Rasengan. Enhanced durability, Captain Cold's freeze beam should have caused tissue damage. Healing factor, minor cuts from glass sealed within seconds. And this. The hologram showed Naruto's eyes during one moment of the fight. Pupils became horizontal slits, orange pigmentation around the eyes, and golden chakra cloak manifested. Kurama mode, Naruto explained. I'm a Jinchuriki. That means I have a tailed beast, a chakra entity sealed inside me. The 9-tailed fox. We're partners now, but for most of my life, people feared me because of it. Aquaman's expression shifted. You carry something ancient and powerful within you, and transformed fear into alliance? It took time. A war. Almost dying. But yeah. Naruto met the Atlantean king's eyes. We protect each other now. Wonder Woman leaned forward. Warrior's interest peaked. This 9 tails. How powerful. Want me to show them, Kit? Kurama rumbled with amusement. Strong enough to level mountains, Naruto said carefully. Create tidal waves. Fight multiple tailed beasts simultaneously. But I don't use that power unless there's no other choice. Where I come from, we have a saying. Those who abandon their friends are worse than scum. Power without people to protect is just destruction. Sounds like someone else I know, Superman said quietly, glancing at the empty chair at the table's head. Barry's chair. Wally slammed his hand on the table. Don't compare him to Barry. Oh, Barry earned the Speed Force through sacrifice. He died stopping the anti-monitor. He ran himself out of existence to save reality. This guy just got pulled through because the universe needed a replacement part. The words hung in the air like thrown kunai. Naruto's fists clenched. You're right. I didn't earn this. I woke up wearing a dead man's costume, and a whole city thinks I'm their hero. But I've spent my entire life being underestimated, called a failure, a demon. I became Hokage, the leader and strongest shinobi in my village, by never giving up. So if I'm stuck in this suit until I prove something, I'll prove it. Not to replace your friend, to honor him. Green Lantern's ring glowed brighter, responding to the willpower in Naruto's declaration. Kid's got heart. He reminds me of a certain test pilot who got chosen by a ring he didn't ask for. This isn't about heart, Batman stated, pulling up another display. It's about capability. Central City faces threats that require super speed response. Gorilla Grodd with telepathic abilities, Reverse Flash, who exists to corrupt the Flash legacy. Savitar, literally the god of motion. How do you fight speedsters when you can't access the Speed Force? Naruto formed the hand sign. Multi-Shadow Clone Jutsu. The conference room exploded with copies. 50, 100, 200 Narutos, each in the Flash suit, each generating that golden chakra lightning hybrid effect. They filled every available space, hanging from the ceiling, standing on walls, packed shoulder to shoulder. Cyborg's systems overloaded trying to count them. That's an army. 1,008, Batman corrected, having counted precisely. All simultaneously maintaining cohesion. The clones spoke in perfect unison. I don't need to be everywhere at once if I can be everywhere at once. Wally stared, Speed Force lightning stuttering. He could move at light speed, but even he couldn't be in 1,000 places simultaneously. All the clones dispersed except the original, who looked tired but determined. I know I'm not the Flash you lost, but Central City is under attack right now, and someone needs to protect them. If that's me until Barry comes back, I'll do it. Believe it. Barry's not coming back, Wally said quietly, pain bleeding through anger. The Speed Force took him. It always takes us eventually. Superman stood. Which is why we need to discuss next steps. Naruto, the suit responding to your energy isn't random. Flash's costume was designed by the Speed Force itself to recognize its chosen runners. You're not a speedster, but something about your chakra, your determination, He searched for the word. Your essence resonated with what Barry represented. Hope in impossible situations, Wonder Woman added. Optimism despite overwhelming odds. The refusal to let darkness win. Talk no jutsu, Naruto muttered. What? Nothing, just... Where I come from, I have a reputation for talking to my enemies, making them see another way. Pain, Obito, Sasuke. People told me I couldn't reach them, couldn't change them. But I did. Because I believe people deserve chances to choose differently. Batman's expression remained unreadable. The Joker has killed thousands. Darkseid enslaves entire planets. There's some enemies can't be talked down. Maybe, but I won't know unless I try. Naruto met Batman's white lenses. And yeah, I know that makes me sound naive. But my sensei once told me that a shinobi who abandons the mission is trash, but a shinobi who abandons their comrades is worse than trash. I'm not abandoning people just because it's hard to save them. Aquaman laughed, a deep sound that filled the room. I like him. Reminds me of a young Clark before the world made him cynical. I'm not cynical, Superman protested. You're Metropolis cynical, which is Gotham optimistic, Aquaman countered. Green Lantern created a construct chair and sat backward on it. Okay, so here's what I'm hearing. Kid's got power, heart, and Barry's philosophical core. But can he actually do the job? Because Central City's rogues are one thing. You know what happens when Grodd mind controls him? When Reverse Flash vibrates his hand through the kid's chest? When Zoom makes him watch everyone he loves die across infinite timelines? Wally's expression darkened. That's not hypothetical. That's Tuesday for the Flash family. Naruto felt Kurama's chakra rise protectively. The Nine Tails had defended him against infinite Tsukuyomi's genjutsu, against gods who could rewrite reality. I've fought people who could trap the entire world in illusions, survived having my chakra ripped out, faced literal gods who wanted to end all shinobi. I'm not saying it'll be easy, but I've fought impossible before. Batman pulled up a new file. Then we test you. Controlled environment. Full capabilities assessment. If you're going to wear that symbol, you need to prove you can survive what comes with it. I'll do it, Naruto said immediately. The training room can simulate any threat level, Cyborg explained. We've got scenarios from street-level criminals to Darkseid-level extinction events. Most League members start at level 5. Barry handled level 8 before... What's the highest level? The room went quiet. 10, Superman said carefully. It's designed to push Kryptonians and new gods to their limits. I'll take level 10. Wally's lightning flared. You don't know what you're asking. I know I need to prove myself, Naruto shot back. Not just to you, to Central City, to everyone who thinks I'm disrespecting Barry's memory, so give me your worst. Wonder Woman smiled, the expression a warrior gives another warrior before battle. Amazons respect boldness, very well. But if you fail, you remove that suit, and we find another solution for Central City. And if I succeed, Batman's voice cut through like a blade, then we discuss whether you're worthy of calling yourself Flash. The conference room doors opened. Beyond them, The Watchtower's training facility waited, a space where gods tested their limits and mortals learned to fight alongside them. Naruto walked toward it, every step carrying the weight of a symbol he never asked to bear. The flash suit hummed against his skin, yellow lightning mixing with golden chakra in patterns that shouldn't exist but somehow felt right. Behind him, Wally West watched with clenched fists, Speed Force lightning crackling with grief and anger. And in the shadows of the observation deck, a red streak moved impossibly fast, gone before anyone registered its presence. In another timeline, another reality, the Reverse Flash smiled. An imposter wearing Barry's colors was the perfect opportunity to destroy the Flash legacy forever. The game was about to begin, and Naruto Uzumaki had no idea he was already playing. The training room stretched impossibly large, adaptive architecture that reconfigured itself based on programmed scenarios. Naruto stood in the center of white space, while the Justice League observed from the control booth above, protected by reinforced glass and energy shields. Cyborg's voice echoed through speakers. Level 10 simulation initializes in 30 seconds. This isn't a game, Naruto. People have died in lower levels when safety protocols failed. You can stop anytime. I'm not stopping, Naruto said, channeling Kurama's chakra. The golden cloak materialized around him, flickering with 9 tail-like appendages of pure energy. Bring it on. 10 seconds. Good luck. The white space dissolved. Naruto found himself standing in Central City, but wrong. Buildings crumbled, fires raged unchecked, and the sky bled crimson. Corpses littered the streets. Civilians screamed as something fast, impossibly fast, carved through crowds like a scythe through wheat. A yellow blur stopped in front of Naruto. The Reverse Flash materialized, vibrating at frequencies that hurt to look at, his red eyes gleaming with malice. But this wasn't the real Eobard Thawne. This was the simulation's interpretation of Flash's worst enemy. Hello, False Flash, Reverse Flash's voice distorted through Speed Force vibrations. Let's see how you die. He moved. Naruto's eyes couldn't track it. One moment, Reverse Flash stood 10 feet away. The next, a fist collided with Naruto's jaw at supersonic velocity. The impact sent him crashing through 3 buildings, concrete and steel exploding around him. Kurama's healing factor kicked in immediately, repairing shattered bones. He's too fast, Kit. We can't see him. Then we don't need to see him, Naruto formed the seals. Multi-shadow clone jutsu. 500 clones erupted into existence, flooding the simulated Central City streets. Each one entered Sage mode simultaneously, orange pigmentation around their eyes, horizontal pupils, connection to natural energy making them preternaturally aware of their surroundings. Reverse Flash laughed, vibrating through the first dozen clones. They dispersed into chakra smoke. Parlor tricks won't. A Rasengan caught him in the side. Not from where he expected, from above, on where a clone had substituted with debris mid-attack. The spiraling chakra sphere ground against Reverse Flash's Speed Force aura, and for one moment the speedster actually stumbled. You can phase through matter, Naruto's voice came from everywhere at once as his clones surrounded the speedster. But can you phase through energy while maintaining speed? 20 clones attacked in perfect coordination, some with Rasengans, others with chakra arms extending from their backs, a few creating ceiling barriers. Reverse Flash accelerated, became a yellow tornado, tore through the assault. 50 clones dispersed. But their memories flooded back to the original, teaching Naruto the speedster's patterns. He favors attacks from the left, vibrates his hand to phase through targets before striking, talks to intimidate. Ni multi-shadow clone jutsu, sage art amplification. The clones multiplied, 1,000, 2,000. They covered every street, every rooftop, every angle of attack, and all of them entered Sage mode, creating a sensory network that detected vibrations in the air itself. Reverse Flash moved. The clones felt the displacement of air molecules and countermoved. Not fast enough to match his speed, but fast enough to predict trajectory. A wall of Rasengans formed in his path. He phased through, emerged into a ceiling barrier constructed by 50 clones working in unison. Four symbols seal. The barrier contracted. Reverse Flash's vibrations increased to catastrophic frequencies, shattering the sealing technique, but it cost him 3 seconds of mobility. Or 3 seconds, where Naruto in full Kurama mode closed the distance and drove a tailed beast Rasengan into the speedster's chest. The impact cratered the simulated street. Reverse Flash skidded backwards, Speed Force lightning crackling erratically. Impossible! You're not even... A chakra arm grabbed him from behind, another from the right. 6 clones materialized with prepared jutsu. The real Naruto stood in front, breathing hard but grinning. I don't need to be faster than you. I just need to be smarter. Reverse Flash screamed, a sound of pure speed, and the entire simulation erupted into yellow lightning. Every clone within 100 meters dispersed instantly. The speedster became a living storm, moving so fast he existed in multiple positions simultaneously. In the control booth, Wally's eyes widened. That's flash time. High Reverse Flash is moving so fast that time has essentially stopped for everyone else. There's no counter to that. Naruto can't even perceive. On the screens, Naruto stood perfectly still in the center of the lightning storm. His eyes closed. Sage mode, sensing extended outward, feeling not for Reverse Flash himself but for the disruptions his movement created in natural energy. There. Naruto didn't move his body. He moved his chakra. Thousands of shadow clones appeared in flash time itself, not because they could move at super speed, but because creation technique activation existed outside normal temporal flow. The clones appeared in positions Reverse Flash would occupy in the next microsecond. The speedster collided with a Rasengan he couldn't dodge because it hadn't existed when he plotted his trajectory. The impact knocked Reverse Flash out of flash time. The simulation staggered, then adapted. The sky tore open. A massive gorilla with a technological crown descended. Gorilla Grodd, telepathic warlord. Your mind is mine, False Flash. Grodd's telepathic assault slammed into Naruto like a tidal wave of psychic force. Naruto screamed. His clones dispersed. Grodd's mental attack was trying to rewrite his thoughts, turn him into a puppet, make him believe he was worthless, unloved, a demon that should never have existed. Kit, Kurama roared inside the mental landscape. The 9 tails manifested fully in Naruto's mindscape, a mountain of chakra and fury that dwarfed the mental construct of Grodd trying to invade. This mind belongs to us. Get out! Tailed beast chakra exploded outward, not physically but mentally. As Grodd's telepathic connection shattered. The gorilla staggered, clutching his head. What are you? Someone who spent years fighting for control of his own mind. Naruto formed seals with shaking hands. Shadow clone. The simulation shifted again. A black-suited speedster appeared. Zoom, more grotesque than Reverse Flash, obsessed with tragedy. And behind him, a metallic speedster crackling with god energy. Savitar, self-proclaimed deity of motion. 3 speedster villains simultaneously. All faster than Naruto could track. All designed to kill the Flash. In the control booth, Superman moved toward the abort button. This is too much. Level 10 is meant for... Wait, Batman's hand stopped him. Look. Naruto stood in the center of the simulation, battered and bleeding. His flash suit was torn. Kurama's chakra flickered. He should have been overwhelmed. Instead, he smiled. You know what's funny? Naruto's voice carried across the ruined simulation. Back in my world, I fought someone who could see the future. Another who could control infinite space. A goddess who created chakra itself. And you know how I beat them? He formed the cross seal. Every ounce of chakra, every lesson learned, every impossible battle survived channeled into one technique. I never fought alone. The technique activated, not shadow clone jutsu, something deeper. The memories of every friend, every comrade, every person who believed in him manifested as chakra signatures. Kakashi's teaching, Jiraiya's wisdom, Sasuke's rivalry, Sakura's strength, Hinata's faith, all of them becoming part of the technique. Massive Rasengan barrage. 2,000 shadow clones appeared. Every single one created a Rasengan. The entire simulated central city became a field of spiraling golden energy spheres. When the three speedster villains moved, they moved into a wall of attacks that existed in every direction simultaneously. Savitar phased through 10, got hit by 20. Zoom dodged 50, emerged into 100 more. Reverse Flash vibrated at maximum frequency, and Naruto's original Rasengan, charged with Kurama's full power and Sage Mode enhancement, met him head-on. The collision created a shockwave that shattered the simulation itself. Warning klaxons blared. The training room's safety protocols activated, freezing the scenario before actual damage occurred. The simulated enemies dispersed into light. Naruto collapsed to his knees, breathing ragged, chakra nearly depleted. Silence in the control booth. Ere then Cyborg spoke, voice awed. He actually survived level 10. Not just survived. He won. Wally West stared through the glass at Naruto, who was struggling to stand, still grinning despite obvious pain. Speed Force lightning crackled around Wally's body. Anger, grief, and something else. Respect. Green Lantern whistled. Kid fights like he's got an entire army inside him. He does, Wonder Woman said quietly. Every battle he's fought, every friend who believed in him, every time he refused to surrender, they're all part of his strength. That's not power, that's legacy. Batman's expression remained unreadable, but he pressed the intercom. Naruto, you passed. The simulation is terminated. The training room doors opened. Naruto limped toward them, Kurama's chakra slowly regenerating his injuries. Even the Justice League descended from the control booth, each member regarding him with new understanding. Superman offered a hand. Naruto took it, pulled himself upright. So, did I prove it? You proved you can survive, Batman stated. Surviving isn't the same as being the Flash. Batman, Superman started. No, he's right, Naruto interrupted. I can fight speedsters by being creative. I can resist telepathy because Kurama protects my mind. But I can't actually run at super speed. I can't travel through time. I can't save someone on the other side of the city in a microsecond. There are things the Flash could do that I just can't. Wally's expression was complicated. Then why are you still wearing the suit? Naruto looked down at the torn red fabric, at the lightning bolt symbol that had responded to his chakra. Ati, because Central City needs a Flash. Even if I'm not the Flash they remember, I can be the Flash they need right now, until Barry comes back, or until you're ready to take the mantle again, or until you prove the symbol means more than speed, Wonder Woman finished. Hope over despair, perseverance over surrender. That's what the Flash represents. Barry understood that. You do too. Aquaman crossed his arms. The League votes. Who believes Naruto Uzumaki has earned the right to protect Central City as Flash? Superman's hand rose immediately. Wonder Woman followed. Green Lantern hesitated, then raised his. Cyborg nodded. Aquaman raised his own hand. 5 in favor. Batman abstained. And Wally. The speedster looked at Naruto for a long moment. Speed Force lightning flickered, memories of Barry's sacrifice playing behind his eyes. Finally, slowly, Wally raised his hand. 6 in favor, Aquaman declared. Motion passes. Naruto, you're officially recognized as Central City's protector under Justice League authority. But, Batman added, voice cold, you will train with Wally to understand speedster threats. You will report all major incidents, and if you abuse that symbol, if you dishonor what Barry built, I will personally remove you from this universe. Understood, Naruto said seriously. Then the grin returned. But that's not going to happen. Believe it. Wally approached, extending his hand. I still think you're crazy, and I'm not calling you Flash, but Kid Flash is open, if you want it. Naruto shook the speedster's hand, and yellow lightning mixed with golden chakra in a way that made both of them flinch. Something had connected, not Speed Force, but something adjacent. Recognition between two people chosen for impossible roles. Kid Flash works, Naruto agreed. The Watchtower's alert system shrieked. Red lights flooded the conference room. Cyborg's technological eye flared with urgent data. Gorilla City. Real one, not simulation. Grodd just launched a full-scale invasion of Central City with an army of telepathic gorillas. It's happening now. Superman turned to Naruto. This is it. Your first official mission. Are you ready? Naruto channeled Kurama's chakra, the golden cloak repairing his damaged suit, energy flowing into the flash symbol until it blazed like the sun. In his mindscape, the Nine Tails grinned with all its fangs showing. Show them what a Jinchuriki can do, Kit. I was born ready, Naruto said. Let's protect Central City. The Justice League mobilized. And somewhere in the time stream, watching through cracks in reality, Reverse Flash's smile widened. The false Flash had survived the simulation. But could he survive when Eobard Thawne brought the real nightmares? Central City burned under psychic assault. Gorilla Grodd stood atop the destroyed Flash Museum, the same building where Naruto had first arrived, wearing his technological crown like a conqueror. Around him, 200 hyper-intelligent gorillas, armed with advanced weaponry, held the city hostage. Civilians collapsed in the streets, clutching their heads as telepathic commands forced them to kneel before their new ruler. Citizens of Central City, Grodd's voice boomed through commandeered speakers and directly into every mind within city limits. Your precious Flash abandoned you. Your heroes failed, and now you will serve Gorilla City's supremacy, or you will die. Naruto landed in the street 3 blocks away, carried by Superman's flight. The Man of Steel set him down gently before hovering at rooftop level. Wonder Woman descended on his right, lasso glowing. Green Lantern created construct barriers protecting fleeing civilians. Wally phased through a building, evacuating an entire apartment complex in 2 seconds. Grodd's crown amplifies his telepathy 1,000-fold. Batman's voice crackled through the cowl communicator he'd given Naruto. Kryptonian physiology makes Superman resistant. Wonder Woman's mental discipline provides defense. Lantern's willpower shields him. But you have Kurama, Naruto finished, feeling the Nine Tails' presence wrapping around his consciousness like armor. We've dealt with mental attacks before. Stronger than infinite Tsukuyomi, Kit. Guess we'll find out. Grodd's massive head turned toward the arriving heroes. His eyes, burning with enhanced intelligence and absolute contempt for humanity, fixed on Naruto. Ah, the imposter. The child playing dress-up in a dead man's clothing. Your mind will be the first I break. The psychic assault hit like a physical blow. Grodd's telepathy crashed into Naruto's consciousness with the force of a tailed beast bomb, trying to rewrite his thoughts, implant commands, turn him into a puppet. Kneel. You are worthless. You are hated. You are the demon fox. Everyone fears you. You should have died. You were never Hokage. You were never loved. Kneel before Grodd. Naruto screamed, falling to one knee. The telepathic assault dredged up every childhood trauma. Every moment of isolation, every time the village looked at him with fear and hatred. Then Kurama roared. The Nine Tails manifested fully in Naruto's mindscape. A mountain of orange fur and malice-turned protector, its 9 tails lashing with enough force to shatter mental constructs. This mind is protected. You dare attack my Jinchuriki? Grodd's telepathic presence recoiled. Impossible. What are you? We are the partnership your telepathy can't comprehend. Naruto and Kurama spoke in unison, their voices harmonizing. Golden chakra exploded outward, forming a barrier that shattered Grodd's mental invasion. And we're done kneeling to anyone. Naruto rose, full Kurama mode activated. 9 chakra tails manifested behind him, each one capable of obliterating buildings. His eyes blazed gold. The flash suit adapted. The red and yellow now trimmed with golden energy that looked like lightning and foxfire simultaneously. Superman smiled. That's new. Shadow Clone Jutsu. Naruto created 500 copies. Each one's got Kurama's chakra protecting their mind. Let's see you control an army, Grodd. The clones scattered across Central City in perfect formation. Some evacuated civilians, pulling people from collapsed buildings with chakra arms. Others engaged Grodd's guerrilla soldiers, using non-lethal Rasengans to incapacitate without killing. 50 clones created a massive ceiling barrier around the Flash Museum, containing Grodd's telepathic broadcast. Grodd snarled, firing psychic bolts at the approaching Justice League. Superman tanked them, his Kryptonian mind resistant, while Wonder Woman deflected with her bracelets, the divine metal disrupting mental attacks. Green Lantern's construct shields held. "Wally, now!" Batman's voice commanded. Wally became a yellow blur, circling the museum at light speed, creating a speed force vortex that disrupted Grodd's technological crown's energy signature. The gorilla warlord staggered, his amplification flickering. Naruto's clones seized the opening. 20 rushed the crown's power source, a crystalline battery on Grodd's back. Their Rasengans struck simultaneously, shattering the device. The telepathic pressure across Central City evaporated instantly. Grodd roared, his natural telepathy still formidable but no longer citywide. "You think destroying my crown defeats me? I am Grodd. I have conquered nations. I have enslaved." "Talk no jutsu time," Naruto muttered, dismissing most of his clones but keeping 50 in reserve. He walked toward Grodd, hands raised non-threateningly. Superman tensed, ready to intervene. "Grodd," Naruto called out, "why are you doing this? You're intelligent, way smarter than most people I've met. You've got technology, telepathy, an entire city of your own. Why attack Central City?" The gorilla's eyes narrowed. "You dare psychoanalyze me, child? I'm trying to understand. Where I come from, I learned that people don't just become villains for no reason. Pain, Nagato, Obito, they all had reasons. Twisted reasons, but reasons." "What's yours?" Grodd laughed, a sound of bitter intelligence. "You want my tragic backstory? How humanity captured gorillas for experiments? How we were elevated to intelligence only to be studied like specimens? See how your heroes stopped every attempt at gorilla liberation because you feared our superiority?" "That's horrible," Naruto said, and meant it. "You deserved freedom. You deserved respect. But enslaving humans doesn't fix what was done to you. It just makes you the thing you hated." "Philosophy from a false flash," Grodd sneered. "Barry Allen tried the same naive approach. It changed nothing." "Maybe," Naruto admitted. "But I'm not Barry. I'm someone who was hated his entire childhood, called a demon, treated like a weapon. I know what it's like to be seen as less than human. And you know what I learned? Hatred breeds hatred. Pain breeds pain. The only way to break the cycle is to choose something different." Grodd's telepathy brushed against Naruto's mind, not attacking, probing, reading the truth in his memories, seeing the ostracism, the loneliness, the years of struggling for acknowledgement. "You speak truth," Grodd said slowly. "But truth changes nothing. My people deserve dominance. Humanity had its chance." "Then let me offer something else," Naruto said. "A chance for actual peace. What if gorillas and humans work together? Not humans in charge, not gorillas enslaving, equals. The Justice League could mediate. Aquaman negotiated peace between Atlantis and the surface. Wonder Woman bridges Themyscira and man's world. Why can't?" "Because I've tried," Grodd's roar shook the street. "For decades, I've negotiated, compromised, shown humanity that gorillas deserve recognition. And still, your governments see us as animals. Still, your people hunt us." Barry promised change and delivered empty words. The honesty in Grodd's fury gave Naruto pause. This wasn't simple villainy. This was accumulated grievance from genuine oppression. Superman descended, landing beside Naruto. "Grodd, if you stand down now, I give you my word. The Justice League will advocate for Gorilla City's sovereignty. Full recognition by the United Nations. Protected status. We'll make it happen." "Superman's word means something," Wonder Woman added, touching down. "He doesn't lie." Grodd's intelligent eyes assessed them. Calculated odds. Measured sincerity against decades of broken promises. Then the air ripped apart. Yellow lightning tore through reality itself. A figure stepped through the temporal breach. Reverse flash, but not a simulation this time. The real Eobard Thawne, his red eyes gleaming with malice, his yellow suit crackling with speed force energy that warped time around him. "How touching," Reverse Flash's distorted voice mocked. The fake Flash thinks he can talk down villains. Let me show you what real speed looks like. He moved. Naruto's enhanced perception couldn't track it. 1 microsecond Reverse Flash stood 20 feet away. The next, his vibrating hand phased through Naruto's chest, fingers wrapping around his heart. Time slowed to a crawl. Naruto felt his heart beating against Reverse Flash's intangible fingers. One slight increase in vibration frequency, and Thon could solidify his hand inside Naruto's chest cavity, pulverizing his heart instantly. This is how Barry died the first time, Reverse Flash whispered, his face inches from Naruto's. Vibrating hand through the chest. Should I honor his memory by killing you the same way? Wally screamed, a Speed Force lightning erupting as he tried to intercept. Superman moved at super speed. Wonder Woman's lasso lashed out. Too slow. All of them too slow. Naruto felt Kurama's chakra surging, the Nine Tails trying to heal around the intrusion, but Reverse Flash existed partially outside normal time. Healing couldn't catch vibrations that flickered between moments. Kit. I can't. I know, Naruto gasped. Then he smiled through the pain. But I don't need to heal. I need to be smart. His hands formed seals. Not Shadow Clone, not Rasengan. Substitution Jutsu. The technique activated. Naruto's body swapped positions with a chunk of rubble 3 feet away. Reverse Flash's hand phased through empty air instead of a heart. The speedster's eyes widened in genuine surprise. That's impossible. You moved during flash time without being fast? Yeah. Naruto, now behind Reverse Flash, drove a Rasengan into the speedster's spine. Where I come from, we don't need to be faster. We need to be unpredictable. The Rasengan caught Reverse Flash mid-vibration, the spiraling chakra disrupting his phasing frequency. Thon stumbled forward, Speed Force lightning crackling erratically. Wally seized the opening. Yellow lightning met yellow lightning as the two speedsters collided at relativistic velocities. They became blurs of motion, trading punches that created sonic booms, racing through Central City streets so fast they existed in multiple positions simultaneously. Superman grabbed Naruto, checking for injuries. Your heart? Kurama's already healing it, Naruto said, though his chest felt like it was on fire. We need to help Wally. Reverse Flashes. Grodd's telepathic voice cut through everyone's minds simultaneously. The speedster is a temporal anomaly. He shouldn't exist in this timeline. He's using the chaos of my invasion as cover. Naruto looked at the gorilla. You can sense that? I am the world's greatest telepath. I sense everything. Grodd's mental presence felt different, less hostile. Your offer. Superman's word. If I help stop this temporal aberration, will the League actually advocate for my people? Wonder Woman stepped forward. Amazons honor their oaths. If you help us, you have my word as well. Batman's voice crackled through comms. Grodd, I've studied your invasion patterns for years. You time them with Justice League missions to minimize hero response. You avoid civilian casualties when possible. You're not a mindless conqueror. You're a desperate leader making terrible choices for understandable reasons. You understand, Grodd's telepathic voice carried surprise. I understand what it's like to see your city suffer and feel powerless, Batman replied. Help us now. We'll negotiate later. Grodd stood, his massive frame straightening to full height. The guerrilla soldiers around Central City stopped attacking, responding to their leader's telepathic command. Very well. I will aid you against the temporal aberration. But understand, if your promises prove false, I will return. And next time, I will not be merciful. Green Lantern created constructs that amplified and directed Grodd's telepathy. The guerrilla warlord's mental powers focused into a lance of psychic force aimed at Reverse Flash, who was currently phasing through one of Wally's attacks. The telepathic assault hit Thon's consciousness while he existed partially outside time. The dissonance was catastrophic. Reverse Flash's phasing stuttered, his Speed Force connection flickering. No! Reverse Flash screamed. I am Eobard Thawne. I am the one true... Naruto's Shadow Clone army struck. 500 clones, all in Sage mode, all with prepared Rasengans, hit Reverse Flash from every angle simultaneously. The speedster tried to phase, to run, to escape into the time stream. Wally West caught his ankle, Speed Force Lightning binding them together. You don't get to corrupt Barry's legacy, not while I'm alive. Then die with the imposter! Reverse Flash vibrated at maximum frequency, trying to drag Wally into the time stream with him. Naruto's hand shot out, in catching both speedsters. Kurama's chakra flared, golden energy wrapping around Reverse Flash and Wally like chains. Nobody's dying today. That's my ninja way. The Rasengan he'd been charging, amplified by Sage Mode, reinforced by Kurama's full power, stabilized by the determination to protect Wally, struck Reverse Flash's chest. The impact created a temporal shockwave. Yellow lightning exploded outward. Reverse Flash screamed as the Rasengan's spiraling chakra disrupted his connection to the Speed Force, ejecting him from the timeline entirely. When the light cleared, Eobard Thawne was gone. Not dead. Temporal anomalies couldn't die conventionally, but banished back to his own time, his connection to this moment severed. Wally collapsed, exhausted. Naruto caught him, both of them breathing hard. You saved my life, Wally said quietly. Well, that's what the Flash does, right? Naruto grinned despite the pain in his chest. Save people, even other speedsters. Around them, Central City stabilized. Grodd's guerrillas stood down completely. CCPD approached cautiously, unsure if the crisis had truly ended. Superman addressed Grodd directly. We'll honor our word. Justice League emergency session tomorrow to discuss Gorilla City's sovereignty. Batman will compile evidence of human rights violations. Wonder Woman will leverage Themyscira diplomatic channels. This ends today. Grodd nodded slowly. If you prove truthful, Central City will have no further trouble from Gorilla City. But the imposter, his eyes fixed on Naruto. You fought with honor. Perhaps you are worthy of that symbol after all. The massive gorilla activated a teleportation device, disappearing with his army in flashes of light. Green Lantern whistled. Did we just negotiate peace with Grodd? We offered what should have been offered years ago, Wonder Woman said. Justice. Naruto swayed, Kurama's chakra finally depleting. The golden cloak flickered and died. His chest wound, mostly healed but still tender, throbbed with each heartbeat. The Flash suit was scorched and torn. Civilians emerged from shelters, from hiding places, looking at the blonde teenager in the damaged red costume who'd just saved their city. Camera phones captured the moment. News helicopters zoomed in. One child, couldn't have been more than 8, approached cautiously. Are you the Flash? Naruto looked at Wally, who nodded slightly. I'm a Flash, Naruto said, kneeling to the child's level despite the pain. Maybe not the one you remember. But I promise, I'll protect this city. That's my ninja way, believe it. The child hugged him. Then another civilian approached. Then another. Within minutes, Central City citizens surrounded their new protector, not with fear like the Hidden Leaf had treated young Naruto, but with gratitude. Batman's voice was quiet in the calm. You earned it. Welcome to the Justice League, Kid Flash. As the sun set over Central City, Naruto stood among the people he'd sworn to protect, wearing a symbol he'd finally proven worthy of bearing. Wally stood beside him, yellow lightning mixing with golden chakra and patterns that suggested something new emerging. Not replacement, but evolution. Somewhere in the time stream, Reverse Flash plotted his return. In Gorilla City, Grodd waited to see if humanity would honor its promises. And in the Watchtower, saw the Justice League prepared to make good on their word. But for one moment, Central City had its Flash. Different than before, but carrying the same hope that had always defined the Scarlet Speedster. The symbol endured. The legacy continued. And Naruto Uzumaki had finally found a place where being different made him a hero, not a demon. 3 months passed. Central City adapted to its new Flash faster than anyone expected. Naruto stood atop STAR Labs, golden chakra cloak billowing in the night wind, watching the city's light spread below him like stars reflected on water. The flash suit had fully bonded now, no longer just red and yellow, but trimmed with golden accents that pulsed with Kurama's energy. The symbol on his chest glowed softly, a beacon in the darkness. "You've come far, Kit," Kurama rumbled contentedly. This world suits you." "Yeah," Naruto agreed. "It does." His comm crackled, upgraded by Cyborg to integrate with League systems. Wally's voice came through, energized. "Yo, Kid Flash. Got a 10 to 80 on 5th and Main. Trickster's trying to rob the Central City Bank with exploding teddy bears. I know, it's stupid. But civilians are... I'm on it." Naruto formed the hand seal. 20 shadow clones appeared, already moving. "Clones are evacuating the area. I'll handle Trickster." "Still weird how you can be everywhere at once," Wally admitted. "But effective. I'll provide backup in 30 seconds." Naruto launched himself toward the incident, using chakra-enhanced jumps that carried him across rooftops. Not super speed, but fast enough. The city had learned to recognize his style. The golden flashes of chakra, the multiplication technique, even the way he talked to villains instead of just punching them. The rogues had adapted too. Captain Cold's gang had decreased criminal activity by 40% after Naruto spent 3 hours in Iron Heights talking to each of them about second chances, redemption, and the ninja way. Mirror Master claimed it was the most exhausting conversation of his life. But he'd also enrolled in a community college program for technology design. Heatwave still set things on fire occasionally, but smaller things. Progress. Trickster, James Jesse, theatrical criminal with a flair for deadly pranks, stood in the bank lobby surrounded by mechanical teddy bears, bristling with explosives. His costume was garish, yellow and blue with jester motifs, bells jingling as he gestured dramatically. "Ladies and gentlemen," Trickster announced to the terrified hostages, "welcome to the greatest show in Central." Naruto dropped through the skylight, dispelling 20 yards of glass with a substitution jutsu before it could hurt anyone. He landed between Trickster and the civilians, hands raised peacefully. "Hey, Trickster. Cool teddy bears. Did you make them yourself?" Jesse blinked, genuinely thrown. Yes? I'm an engineering genius, you know. These bears are programmed to, wait, you're supposed to fight me, not compliment my work." "Why fight when we can talk?" Naruto grinned. "Seriously, the craftsmanship is impressive. You've got talent. Why waste it on bank robberies?" "Because nobody appreciates art anymore." Trickster's frustration was genuine beneath the theatrics. "I create masterpieces of chaos, and all anyone sees is criminal activity. You know how hard it is to program explosive teddy bears with individual AI routines?" "Sounds really hard," Naruto said honestly. His clones had evacuated the last civilian, but he kept talking. "So why not use that genius for something that helps people instead of hurts them?" "Because..." Trickster stopped, actually considering. "Because nobody would care. Nobody watches the helpful engineer. They watch the dangerous villain." "I'd watch," Naruto said. "Central City would watch. You want attention? Recognition? Work with STAR Labs. They're always looking for creative minds. Cisco Ramon alone would probably geek out over your teddy bear AI." Trickster's finger hovered over the detonator. "You're serious? You actually think I could just, stop being a villain and get a normal job?" "Not normal. Extraordinary. You're too talented for normal." Naruto stepped closer, ignoring the explosive teddy bears. "Where I come from, we believe people can change. I've seen it happen. Enemies become allies. Hatred becomes understanding. You just need someone to give you a chance." The detonator lowered slightly. "And if I say yes, just like that I'm forgiven?" "You'd still face consequences for past crimes," Naruto admitted. "But the justice system can be merciful to people actively trying to change. Flash has always believed in redemption. I'm just continuing what he started." Wally arrived in a yellow blur, skidding to a stop. He assessed the situation. Naruto talking calmly with Trickster, the hostages safe. Explosives still armed but the villain hesitating. Barry used to do this," Wally said quietly, approaching. Spend hours talking to the rogues, treating them like people, not just criminals. I always thought it was naive. Was it? Naruto asked. Wally looked at Trickster, really looked. Saw a man desperate for recognition, for purpose, using his genius in destructive ways because nobody offered constructive alternatives. No, Wally admitted. It was hopeful. There's a difference. Trickster deactivated the detonator. The teddy bears powered down, no longer threats. He raised his hands in surrender. Okay, I'll try. But if this is some trick to just throw me in Iron Heights and forget about me, it's not, Naruto promised. I'll visit. Talk to STAR Labs personally. Make sure you get the opportunity you deserve. That's my ninja way. CCPD arrived, taking Trickster into custody. Gently, because Naruto's approach had changed how Central City's police viewed the rogues. Not as monsters, but as people who'd made bad choices and could make better ones. Captain Singh, CCPD's chief, approached Naruto. Kid Flash, another peaceful resolution. The mayor's putting together a commendation ceremony. I don't need awards, Naruto said. Just want to protect the city. You're doing more than that, Singh replied. You're changing it. Crime's down. Rogues are reforming. People feel safe again. You're not Barry Allen, but you're becoming something this city needed. Hope that even villains deserve second chances. After CCPD left, Wally and Naruto sat on the bank's roof, watching the sunrise paint Central City in gold and red. I was wrong about you, Wally said. When you first arrived, I thought you'd dishonor Barry's memory. But you're honoring it perfectly, just differently. Barry sounds like he was an amazing person, Naruto said. I wish I could have met him. You kind of did, Wally smiled sadly. The Speed Force connects all speedsters across time, and lately, when I run, I feel something new. Like your chakra is resonating with the Speed Force, creating a bridge. It's faint, but it's there. Naruto felt it too. When he pushed himself to maximum velocity using Kurama's chakra, golden lightning would sometimes flicker yellow for just a moment. Not true super speed, but something approaching it. Think I'll ever actually access the Speed Force? Naruto asked. Honestly, I don't know. The Speed Force chooses who it chooses. But if determination and heart matter, and Barry always said they mattered most, then yeah, maybe. The Watchtower's alert signal interrupted. Batman's voice, urgent. All available League members to the Watchtower immediately. We have a cosmic-level threat. Naruto and Wally exchanged glances, then moved. Wally became a yellow streak, racing toward the nearest boom tube access point. Naruto created a shadow clone to stay in Central City, while his original followed. The Watchtower's main conference room was packed. Superman, Wonder Woman, Batman, all present. But also heroes Naruto had only met briefly. Martian Manhunter, his green skin and red eyes radiating concern. Hawkgirl with her NTH metal mace. Shazam, crackling with divine lightning. And someone new. A massive figure in blue and red armor with a red cape, or an S-shield different from Superman's. His presence radiated power that made Kurama stir uneasily. That's not human, Kit. Not Kryptonian either. Something older. This is Superman of Earth 30, Batman introduced. From the Red Sun timeline. He's crossed dimensional barriers with a warning. Red Sun. Superman's voice was heavy with Russian accent and deeper gravitas. In my reality, I witnessed the beginning of a multiversal collapse. Dark energy consuming entire timelines. And at its center, a flash. But corrupted. Twisted by something called the Black Flash. Wally's Speed Force lightning flickered fearfully. The Black Flash is Speed Force death incarnate. If it's corrupting speedsters across the multiverse, then every reality with a Flash is at risk, Batman finished. Or including ours. The holographic display showed fractures spreading across dimensional barriers. And in each breach, darkness seeped through. Black lightning, inverse Speed Force, death given speed. We need to seal the breaches, Wonder Woman stated. Prevent the Black Flash from reaching Prime Earth. There's a complication, Red Sun Superman said gravely. The Black Flash isn't just hunting speedsters. It's hunting speedster replacements, anomalies, people who wear the Flash symbol without Speed Force connection. Every eye turned to Naruto. "It's hunting me," Naruto said quietly, "because I'm wearing Barry's symbol without being chosen by the Speed Force." "You were chosen," Wally protested. "The suit responded to you. Central City accepted you. You've earned—" "The Black Flash doesn't care about earning," Batman interrupted. "Oi, it's a cosmic force maintaining Speed Force purity. To it, Naruto is a corruption that must be eliminated." Kurama growled in Naruto's mindscape. "Let it try. We've fought death gods before." But Naruto felt the weight of every eye on him. The Justice League had accepted him, yes. Central City loved him, but he was still an outsider wearing a symbol that belonged to someone else. "There's a solution," Superman said carefully. "We could temporarily suppress the suit's connection to you. Hide you from the Black Flash's perception until we can seal the dimensional breaches." "Which means giving up being Flash," Naruto translated. "Temporarily," Superman emphasized. "Just until the crisis passes." Naruto looked at the Flash symbol on his chest. Thought about Central City's children who drew pictures of him with golden chakra cloaks. Talks about Trickster, who'd surrendered because someone finally offered hope. About the rogues reforming, about crimes prevented, about a city that had learned to believe in second chances. "No," Naruto said firmly. Batman's eyes narrowed. "This isn't about pride. The Black Flash will kill you." "Maybe," Naruto agreed. "But running away isn't the ninja way. If wearing this symbol puts me in danger, then I'll face that danger head on. That's what Flash would do. That's what Barry did." "Barry died facing impossible odds," Wally said, voice cracking. "I won't lose another Flash." "You won't," Naruto promised, "because I'm not facing this alone." He looked around the room, at heroes who'd become comrades, at Wally who'd become a brother. "That's the difference between me and Barry. He sacrificed himself to save everyone. I've learned that you don't have to sacrifice yourself if you let people help carry the burden." Wonder Woman smiled, a warrior's approval. "Amazons fight together. What's your plan?" Naruto formed the cross seal. "Shadow clone jutsu, but bigger. If the Black Flash is hunting me specifically, I'll give it so many targets it can't track the real me. Kurama will shield my true location while the clones draw it into a trap." "And then?" Batman asked. "Then we seal it," Naruto said. "I've learned sealing techniques from the best. My father was the fourth Hokage, a sealing master. If we can contain the Black Flash long enough, we can send it back to wherever it came from." Cyborg's technological eye processed the plan. "It's insane. You'd be using yourself as bait against a cosmic death entity." "Yeah," Naruto grinned. "But insane plans are kind of my specialty." Red Sun Superman stepped forward. "In my timeline, I failed to stop the multiversal collapse. Perhaps in this one, a ninja wearing a Flash's symbol will succeed where I could not. I will aid you." "As will I," Shazam added, divine lightning crackling. "The Speed Force and the lightning of Zeus have always been connected. Together, we might actually contain this thing." One by one, the Justice League committed. Superman would provide raw power. Wonder Woman would anchor the sealing ritual with Amazonian magic. Green Lantern would create construct barriers. Martian Manhunter would telepathically link everyone for perfect coordination. Batman would calculate the precise moment to spring the trap. And Wally would run alongside Naruto, two Flashes against the embodiment of speedster death. When does this happen?" Naruto asked. Batman pulled up temporal readings. "The Black Flash crosses into our dimension in approximately 4 hours. We have until then to prepare." "Then let's get to work," Naruto said. "Central City, the multiverse, and everyone who believes in the Flash symbol, they're all counting on us. And I don't plan on letting them down. Believe it." The Watchtower mobilized. Heroes dispersed to their assignments. And in Central City below, citizens went about their lives, unaware that their golden-haired Flash was about to face the one enemy that couldn't be talked down, couldn't be redeemed, couldn't be anything except what it was, death in the form of dark lightning. But Naruto Uzumaki had faced death before, had fought gods, demons, and the embodiment of hatred itself. This time, he wouldn't fight alone. This time, he had the Justice League. This time, the symbol on his chest meant something beyond speed. It meant hope that even death could be outrun if you never gave up. The Black Flash was coming, and the ninja who became Flash was ready. The battle lasted 7 minutes and 17 seconds. 7 minutes of Naruto's 5,000 shadow clones, creating a maze of golden chakra throughout Central City's streets. 7 minutes of the Black Flash, skeletal, wrapped in inverse lightning that consumed light itself, tearing through copies, hunting the true target. 7 minutes of the Justice League executing the most precise coordinated assault in their history. Wally ran beside Naruto, through the temporal distortions, two flashes moving in perfect synchronization. When the Black Flash cornered them in the Speed Force-saturated chamber beneath STAR Labs, when death itself reached out with skeletal fingers crackling with black lightning, Naruto didn't run. He formed the final seal, Reaper Death Seal, modified. The technique his father had used to seal the Nine Tails, reconfigured, powered by Kurama's willing chakra, anchored by Shazam's divine lightning, reinforced by Amazonian magic, and given structure by Green Lantern's willpower constructs. The sealing array erupted across the chamber floor, brilliant gold against cosmic darkness. The Black Flash screamed, a sound that existed outside normal perception, the sound of death being denied. It thrashed against the seal, black lightning shattering construct barriers, but Wonder Woman's lasso held the ritual stable. Superman's heat vision cauterized dimensional breaches, and Martian Manhunter's telepathic network kept every hero perfectly coordinated. Naruto felt the seal taking hold, felt the Black Flash being pulled back toward its origin point in the Speed Force. But he also felt the entity's final attack, one skeletal hand breaking free, reaching for his heart, trying to drag him into death as payment for the binding. Wally West grabbed Naruto's shoulder, Speed Force lightning flaring. "Not on my watch!" The yellow lightning met black lightning. Time fractured. And in that impossible moment, Wally's Speed Force connection flooded through their contact point, through the Flash suit that had always been waiting for this moment, directly into Naruto's chakra network. Golden chakra met yellow lightning, met orange-tailed beast energy, ace and something new ignited. The seal completed. The Black Flash vanished, cast back into the Speed Force with barriers preventing its return. Dimensional breaches sealed. The multiverse stabilized, and Naruto Uzumaki collapsed, unconscious, as true Speed Force lightning, not borrowed, not simulated, but genuinely his own, crackled across his body for the first time. When he woke in the Watchtower's medical bay, the entire Justice League was watching. Wally sat beside the bed, grinning. "Welcome to the Speed Force, kid," Wally said. "Apparently saving the multiverse was enough to convince it you're worthy." Naruto sat up slowly, feeling the lightning humming in his cells. Not replacing his chakra, but coexisting with it. Kurama purred contentedly in his mindscape, the Nine Tails adapting to the new energy like it had always been there. So I'm actually fast now?" Naruto asked. "Test it," Superman suggested, smiling. Naruto stood, thought about moving, and suddenly he was on the other side of the room, yellow lightning trailing behind him, mixed with golden chakra sparks. "Holy, I'm actually fast." "Not as fast as me yet," Wally teased, "but faster than you were." The Speed Force recognized your heart, your determination, your willingness to sacrifice for others. Turns out those matter more than being born with a connection. Batman approached, holding something. The Flash suit, repaired, enhanced, now permanently bonded. Central City needs its Flash. The question is, which one? Naruto looked at Wally, then at the suit, then back at his friend who'd gone from hostile to brother over 3 impossible months. "There's no which one," Naruto said. "Wally, you're the Flash this world needs. The one who carries Barry's true legacy. I'm just the ninja who got lucky enough to help protect Central City until you were ready to take the mantle back." "Or," Wally said carefully, "we could both be Flash. Prime Earth's Flash and Central City's Flash. You keep protecting the city with your unique style, the talk no jutsu, the shadow clones, the hope for redemption. I handle the impossible speed threats and cosmic crises. Partners." Wonder Woman nodded approvingly. Many worlds have multiple heroes sharing symbols. Two flashes is not weakness. It's strength. The rogues have already started calling you Golden Flash, Green Lantern added. Seems like the city's decided for you. Naruto felt the suit calling to him, felt the Speed Force humming in harmony with Kurama's chakra, and felt Central City's trust and the Justice League's acceptance. He thought about Barry Allen, who he'd never met, but whose legacy had become his responsibility. Okay, Naruto said, pulling on the suit one more time. But now when he activated it, true Speed Force lightning mixed with his golden chakra, creating a hybrid effect that was uniquely his. I'll be Central City's Golden Flash, the ninja speedster, the one who believes everyone deserves a second chance. And third chances, Wally added. And fourth. You're exhausting, you know that? Yeah, Naruto grinned. But it works. The Justice League dispersed, crisis averted, multiverse saved. Red Sun Superman returned to his timeline with gratitude. Central City continued its transformation from a city of criminals into a city of second chances, and all because a blonde ninja refused to give up on people. Months became years. The Golden Flash became legend, the hero who could be everywhere at once, who talked down villains as often as he fought them, who carried the Flash symbol with honor while creating his own unique path. Trickster became STAR Labs' head of creative engineering. Captain Cold started a program helping metahumans control their powers. The rogues reformed one by one, proof that redemption was possible, and sometimes when Naruto ran at top speed through Central City's streets, golden chakra mixing with yellow lightning, he felt something else in the Speed Force. A presence. Warm, proud, approving. Barry Allen, watching from wherever the Speed Force had taken him, seeing his symbol carried forward by someone who understood what it truly meant. Not speed, not power, but hope. Hope that darkness could be overcome, that enemies could become friends, that symbols transcended the people who wore them, becoming ideals that inspired generations. Naruto Uzumaki had arrived in the DC universe as an accident, a replacement, an imposter. He'd become something more, a bridge between worlds, a proof that the ninja way and the speedster's creed were fundamentally the same. Never give up. Protect those who can't protect themselves. Believe in second chances. Run toward the impossible. That was the way of the Flash. That was the way of the ninja. And in Central City, under the golden lightning of their protector, those two philosophies merged into something beautiful. A symbol, a legacy, a hope that would endure long after the runners themselves had passed into legend.